really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Fournette once more on second down. Running right through it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of the defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
Fournette, a first down carry. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. The Bucs at 4-3, a game over 500. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Love. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Let's go.
Love to throw for it on 4th. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. 20, 10, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Buccaneers nothing. Justin Tucker in the kickoff.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Love, they go play action now. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Ready?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Love. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin finding room at midfield. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Chris Godwin, and in for the Buccaneers touchdown.
Well, like so many wide receivers,
He is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stick close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch, and that one wound up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Extra point put through by Succop, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. This defense for the Buccaneers, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count, if you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth, it's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
Ready. Red.
Love looking to throw it. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So
looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
Ravens 14, Buccaneers 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Let's go. Start.
Love back to it here after the pick six. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Up the gun, Fournette. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. On play action. Love to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Ready.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw now. Here's Love. Caught on the right side by Jones. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Hey, go Bears.
On 3rd down, Love. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37.
Yellow, blue. Six, mega. Ready.
On 4th down, Love. Out route, he finds his man, it's Jones. And he's got some space here. Julio Jones, touchdown, Tampa Bay. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Extra point up and good by Suckup, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On first down, Drake will get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once you made the read.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Back to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Love now. Jones has it. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 37. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Hey, cross you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. And 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. Jackson now. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And now the rookie's free. The 40. The 20. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house from Buccaneer TD. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point put through by Saka. And the lead is now 21-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the 6. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Now it's Jackson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Blocked by Antoine Winfield Jr. Past the 20. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for Buccaneer TD. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He's at the 40. And he gets this all the way down to the 20. What a return. Almost broke it for 6.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up.
There he goes left side. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Byron Pringle, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Ravens have got it back to within a score.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's incomplete, but a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for two. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the one. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the two-point attempt is turned aside. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Double 38.
Throwing. Love.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
And he will not make it to the goal line here. So they'll be unable to bump this lead up to a field goal as it remains a one-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Love.
A pass underneath for Fournette. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Got that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down. Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Going back to Love. Looking downfield for Godwin. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
To throw is Jackson.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Bucs are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Inside handoff now to Fournette. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Off the play fake, Love. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game. probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better. But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And I think the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Love. This is caught by Evans. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his...
Back now in Tampa. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He completes it right side to White.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
2nd down, back to Fournette.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there.
Getting in there for the tackle, Marcus Williams.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Ready?
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Love looking to throw it. And that will be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and... is coming at you, trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
54 yards on the ground for him so far.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Fournette once more on second down.
And some space here. Push, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Leonard Fournette, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Buccaneers are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And it makes this a 9-point game. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now it's Jackson. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Jackson to throw.
It's complete to Drake. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Now Jackson.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Jackson. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Throwing, Jackson.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Airing this one out for Evans. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go.
And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on third. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now Love.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is brought in at the 21. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me,
and this is intercepted, and that should do it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa.
Whenever I touch touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. I hope y'all can nest double E, cause I need your eyes on me. Cause once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Came to make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoolie, keep it coolie before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like a bully. Put in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. Yeah, you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped in, no I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like a bastard, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, cause here come the pain. No one to call up for help, no one to blame but yourself. You should've known better, however you did it, so we had to come ring your bell. Like I need a ward, wait until I score, make it rain till it pour. I'm a dog on fours, put in work like a chore till I'm underneath the floor, in the trenches like a war. If they wanna give them more, when I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 4th down, 4 yards, put it all on the line. I am not worried cause it is our time. I hear the crowd in the background, man, they just wanna see me shine. For the hell of it, it's irrelevant. You lacking the intelligence to make it make sense. We gon' manifest whatever we came to get. That's a little money and a trophy and nothing they gon' respect.